Good afternoon. I'm giving a late update on Hive Central. We have a couple of new additions to our neighborhood. The first hive is the most aggressive hive, this one right here. Actually, it stopped being aggressive. I put a second box on there, a brood box, because they were honey bound in the bottom box. And what I had to do was take a frame out of the honey, let that honey get robbed out, and put the frame back so that the queen bee has places to lay. So hopefully that'll work out. I'm going to check it probably later on next week. I would like to leave that hive alone. This is the second hive, which is average hive. It's not really producing much of anything yet. I have a middle sized box on the top, which could be considered a super, but it's not really doing anything enough to have a super on it. It's actually meant for making honey when they have the supers on there. Usually you want two big boxes so they make plenty of honey, and then the super is just the extra honey. What's on top of that is some water and a rock, and those ropes there you can wrap around the hive so they don't tilt over or blow in the wind. This is my Apame hive. This hive has not done well, and this happened last year. These hives, for some reason, I probably am not using them to the optimum use, but they did not do very well. And hopefully it still has a queen, but I didn't see any eggs in there. So what I did, I moved it, I put in a half board, which is one of those right there, and moved all the frames over so it's like a nook instead of a whole hive, and that way I don't have too much room to move around. This is the Australian hive, which is, they're doing okay, but as you can see, they're not making any honey to fill up those plastic frames yet. They'll fill them up and then they'll take the honey back. So what I'm gonna have to do is look down on the bottom to see what's going on, to see if it's honey bound down there or something. Because if they have a full frame of honey, I can extract that honey. This is the next hive. This is the hive that I'm making the queen bees with. This one is trying to make queen bees. And this one down here is just a regular hive. It has a queen. It's not a bad hive. It's a little grouchy every now and then, but it's not a bad hive. This hive was bought from Louisiana. This is my newest hive. These bees have been shipped to me from Maine. I decided to make another flow hive. It's a smaller set of frames. Maybe they'll be more productive in this hive. I put the package in on Friday and let them empty out, and then I started feeding them today. There's only a few frames they're hanging on to because the queen is over there. So hopefully they'll be okay. The next hive is the German hive, the Hive. This hive is a funny hive. It's a tubular hive. It was very difficult for me to put together, but I wanted to try it because it's supposedly more natural to the bees and they like it. Since it won't stand up without tipping over, I have to put some things around it to keep it straight for the time being. And when I get time, I'll put a better stick in there for it to actually stand up straight. And they also send you ropes to tie into the ground or whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, the ground here isn't that level, and sometimes they do get problematic, so it'll just keep tipping over. I like it this way, even though it looks kind of funny. This hive is from Germany. They have a website that tells you all about it, and it's really interesting the way they have it all set up. So this is my streak today, my Hive Central. Actually, it's done well this week. It didn't bother me too much. Nobody stung me. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to leave them alone, and I'll give you an update next week.